What up, Upland? We're here. Welcome to the Real Node Show. Let's go. All right, I want to thank y'all for coming out. We got some special guests tonight, y'all. We're gonna have some fun. Let's have some fun with this. We got some special guests backstage. Tonight is a special night because we got some special guests backstage. It's always a special night, but before we jump into that, let's give a shout out to the audience, man. We got a lot of people out there. What up, Upland? I see y'all out there. We're gonna get some shout outs in a second. But let me bring somebody to the stage, y'all. The show is an hour, so we got to keep it moving. We're gonna jump into the audience in 1 second, but before I do, I want to bring out the first guest. This is one of our neighbors. He's been working on quite a few things in Upland, from his Blurry Beast meta venture to his Blurry Beast asset mover. He's a El Sereno resident, El Sereno, aka home of the Real Node LA. Let me bring no one other than Kachow to the stage. Let's go, Kachow. What up,
Hey,
man?
Elijah.
Hey,
Things are good.
hey.
I didn't know I was supposed to wear a suit. You know, you're in a suit, and I should have put a suit on.
You look sharp, man. You look sharp, man. Enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy yourself, man. You still look sharp, man. Thanks for coming out, man. It's good to see you out there. What's going on, man?
Oh, you know, it's spring, enjoying the weather and having fun. You know, trying to catch back up on what happened during Genesis week. I took time off the week before, and I shouldn't have. I mean, I've learned a lesson, and so yeah.
Okay.
Just playing catch up.
Okay, I could definitely understand. This Genesis week was intense. You had to lock in this Genesis week.
For sure.
And we're gonna definitely dive into that. I just want to bring everybody to the stage. This next guest, y'all, this next guest is also a resident of El Sereno, Los Angeles, aka home of the Real Node LA. Let me tell you about this person. This person that I'm bringing up has spread her brand in Upland and also have brought her brand to the Real Node LA. Her brand is Listen to Your Talent. She has go-karts coming in from Nigeria. Let's give it up for Taz Tafari. Y'all come to the stage. What up, Taz? Yeah.
Hi Elijah. Hi everyone.
Hey, what's
Hi.
up, Taz? Good to see you. What's going on?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing? How's everyone doing? How Casey? How you doing?
I'm great. I I have one question for you. What time is it there?
2 a.m. 2
Oh, she hanging in there.
a.m. in the
Oh, I'm glad you.
morning.
Thank you for asking her that. Let's take a moment to show our neighbors some love, and thank you, Taz, for coming out 2 in the morning. I don't know if I could have done that. I don't know how you did it, but thank you. You in there? What's up? We appreciate you.
Thank
What
you.
you do remind me of another neighbor we have. Let's jump straight into the hood, y'all. I'm glad y'all here. But anything you want to say before we jump in the hood? We got a lot to talk about. We got 1 hour, less than an hour to do it. Anything you want to add real quick before we go? We're gonna come back to you. But anything off the break that you got to say?
I'm happy to be here. Looking forward to the show.
All right, bet. Let's go,
Yeah.
y'all. Let's go. Let's jump in. I want to share my screen with you. One of our neighbors in Upland. Let's go. Let me add.
Hi Tio. I see Tio in the group. Hi everyone.
All right. And before we do that, can you give a shout out to the audience? Can you help us give some shout outs, Kachow and Taz?
Yeah,
Shout outs.
definitely got To and Shaq and Jr. and
Yeah, I see Shaq Celine. I see JR8174, WW Dog. I see
RDP,
PSTP. Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
How's it Kumar? Rolling.
Coach.
True
Haven't seen
legit.
Coach in a while.
What up, Coach? We got a lot of people out there. Shaq and everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming out.
Yo, Coach Funk. We got Telius. Hi. Hey.
All right. So in Upland is not always fun and games. Sometimes serious things happen. We had a neighbor. I reached out to him, and So we want to keep his family in our thoughts. They had experienced some torrential weather where they are, um, and we call him Adobo Show. We just let me go to his property right here. A Nubian, and of course he's an El Sereno resident. But this is his home address, and his hometown experienced some severe weather. Let me just. He's in Mindanao. I'm sorry, Mindanao in the Philippines. I'm just pronouncing it wrong, but it's a place that is in the southern coast of the Philippines. It was the epicenter of a serious weather event. So we just keeping his family and everybody in our thoughts. It was a bad earthquake. Um, so just keeping his family in prayer and stuff like that, him and his family. But yeah, what up, Adobo Show? If you get a chance to take a look at this man, this is him. But he will want us to have a good time, man. So let's have a good time. We already at his property, so we might as well see what he got going on. This is Adobo Show right here, and I call him Adobo Show because he's eventually going to start a show called the Adobo Show. He was in the process of doing a virtual reality version, but with the hiccups in Meta and the things that's going on in that industry, things have been kind of uh, put aside for now. But a lot of the community has been focusing on layer one. So we're in El Sereno, Los Angeles. This is a Nubian's house, aka Adobo Show. This is one of his properties. It's not even his home address. I thought it used to be his home address. Let's see where he's at. No, that's not it. Let me go to his home address. Oh no, this is his home address. I'm sorry. It just looked a little different. Okay, because it's actually what's happening is his home address is right here. He's living in the guest house. See how he's in the guest house? That kind of threw me for a loop. So he's out here in the in-law suite, and of course he has the big building out here out front. All right. So yeah, y'all, let's jump into the neighborhood a little bit. I've been doing some building. We all been building, getting ready for these troves. We're going to touch on a few topics today, but before we jump into those topics, one of the biggest topics being careers in Upland. We're going to just do a recap on troves and what happened during Genesis Week and things like that. So since Genesis Week, we've been building out in El Sereno, namely service structures. They take a while to load, and namely exotic service structures that you don't typically see. Let's get a closer look on some of these service structures. So we have that. Can y'all see?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The Barnes and Nobles. You see the saxophone out front. Shout out to Shelter Group from the Mildenberg show. He gave me those. He knows I like the jazz loop saxophones, and this is right outside my music store. We kind of looping through it. Let me try another view. Let's do some different angles. But as you can see, there's some unique service structures we have going on, and that's important when it comes to these troves because you never know what's going to be in these buildings, and you want to have a good trove route. So let's see, we got a Dollar Tree right here, and we have a bike shop. You see the bike shop, and lastly, over this particular zone is an arcade. Look at this. Look at the details in there. And let's get in. Let's see if it'll let me get in there real quick. All right. There we
Never
go.
looked this close at these new stores. This is fun.
Yeah. So you see the details they didn't put in different AI imagery of the comic books, little characters, and that's pretty good details, especially if you're seeing uppies walking through there. So some of these places you're gonna want to get some uppies up in there. Let's take a look at some of these other unique service structures. This is a whole service structure zone, and I'm just gonna keep layering in and layering in. And we have multiple zones all throughout El Sereno. I'm just highlighting this one that we're all working on, and this connects to a bigger zone. If you look at it on the heat map, is quite intense. So here's some other unique structures over here. the shoe store. Look at this. Watch this. So you see how we had that through the. I'm sorry, my audio was going out a little. I hate when I back away from the microphone. You see these shoes? Let's see.
Yeah, I see them.
Camp store. This is inside the camp store.
I can't wait till we can make tents.
That'd be an interesting structure of sorts.
Yeah, I had some map assets all ready to go, and they came out and said you couldn't make tents, because they're livable structures. And there was a couple other people that had some tents ready to go, and I've got one that's it looks like a Native American teepee, and got denied, because it's a tent.
Ooh.
Why did they deny though? Did they said it's a living structure or something?
Yeah, so they've got that rule that you can't do the tents or living structures right now. So
Okay.
I'm assuming that once we get maybe blueprints, then we'll be able to do things like that. But
okay,
we'll see.
Yep, that's interesting. And or maybe in the future we could submit more often, whereas like a denial, you didn't wait 3 months and then get denied and just kind of exhausted. You get a denial a day or two later and put it right back and get it approved a day after that.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll be something like that. This area I want to show you all is coming up. It takes a while to load. The more objects are in there, the more it takes to load. Now I showed you last time, but more buildings have finished since then. There's 2 high schools over here. This is important for trolls. I felt like during the time. And in this area right here, this area was very important. Keep this area in mind for the troll season coming up. All right, so let's look at y'all home addresses. Child, we're going to your home address first. Give me a home address. Let me just type it in. I think it's up there. Is it near your shop? You're
gonna ask me my home address. I was gonna say I know I was just looking at something and it's Tullis. It's out on it's on the edge.
Look at that. See, when you know your way around the neighborhood, look how quick I got to his home address. No search or nothing. Just boom.
4022. Yeah. Oh, that's not my home address. That's my shop.
What's your shop? Well, you anywhere near your shop?
No, I'm at 4022 Collis Avenue.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I knew where his shop was. I guess that.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. So you're on Collis Avenue. Okay. 4022. All right. 4022 Collis Avenue, LA. Let's send.
So I haven't done a lot of decoration on that actual property. So
I messed that one up. Is there another property you'd rather show us in your home address?
I got that one that's on 5353 Edna. That's kind of more central racing location.
Okay, I'm headed that way. 5353 Edna. Okay, give me a second. It's moving a little slow on my end. Okay. All right. There we go. That thing started loading. And you got a historic vehicle. Let's get a closer look. There we go. Let's pull up, y'all. Oh, I can't do this on screen. All right, we can't pull up right now.
That's all right.
Because I got to enter that secret code that I can't show on screen. But here we go. This looks good, man. This looks, and where'd you get this? This is a unique fence. And
yeah, so that's one I had released here recently. So it's my Blurry School fence section.
Okay.
And there's a little bit of there's a gate that goes with it there at the front. So it says Blurry School, and then there's
sorry, y'all.
And then there's glue sticks that are kind of the posts for the fence right next to it. So that was one of those kind of fun. There's a lot of detail on this thing. I spent way too much time putting this thing together.
Man, the more I look at it, the more fun this fence is, man. It is, and it's easy to take for granted. Obviously, you must have put one of these purple posts.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Make it. It kind of makes it fit the property better. So, but then
Okay.
got my Blurry Beast burner badges there that kind of look like stepping stones. And then that's probably my favorite bench that I've made. It's the Hollywood bench. So the top of it's shaped like California, and then if you click on it, you'll see it from the side view. You can see, it says Hollywood, like the Hollywood sign. And so that was a lot of fun making that one.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah.
And then the top kind of looks like the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So with stars.
I see you got some other stuff
I
over
like
here.
the truck.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm headed to. I'm trying to make my way over to it without beelining straight to it. Let's see what you got, man. Ant Man, take a look at this. I know Ant Man got to be in the audience. He's into these retro. He's making a whole retro police zone. He's hooking it up, man. So these retro cars actually look really good close up.
I was honestly shocked.
They don't look retro, man. They look like, I mean, up close they kind of look like a modern day retro. Like you can ride this in modern day.
I was shocked these things did not sell out like day
I
one.
wasn't expecting them. Honestly, this is my first time zooming in this close. I didn't see it. Look, it almost reminds me of a Rivian. If you ever seen a Rivian electric truck. So, and then it has this little latch here. That's pretty detailed. All right, Upland. Y'all snuck this through security here. Put the chrome on there. That's kind of nice. All right.
Yeah, I like the truck and the tractor, but I don't think I was really interested in the others, the police car and the taxi. Maybe because we had gotten something almost similar a few years back, or was it a few months back? I'm not quite sure. I can't remember, but I knew there was some form of taxi and police cars that I wasn't really very particular about. But I was going in for the tractor though. I got one of that. That's
You
the
did
one
get a
I like.
tractor? With a modern day one or an
Yeah, I
older one?
got a retro tractor.
Oh, congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and you know what? Speaking of what you got, what address we going to? Your greenery, your nursery?
Yes,
Taz?
please.
Okay,
Yeah, that's the 1941 Cyril Avenue.
let's see what Taz has going on at the nursery, y'all.
Hi, Wolf Warner.
Wolf in the building. All right, so you got we're going straight to Taz's nursery. Y'all check out Taz nursery and check out Blurry Beast shop as well. These are OG metaventurers. That's when the term. When the last time y'all heard somebody say metaventurist? That was the original term for a person that's a metaventurer. You're a metaventurist. All right.
Tess, every time I see your abbreviation, the LTYT, my brain cannot like get it straight. And I always want to say it's LYTT, and so then I'm like trying to think of like let your talent talk or something. But
Yeah, it takes some getting used to. I understand what you mean. Even AI gets it wrong when I'm trying to use AI and I see LYTT or LTYTT. I'm like, no, it's listen to your talent acronym.
You
But
got a lot
it
of
takes
stuff
some
on your
getting
property.
used to, yeah.
You crashing my computer. Hold on, y'all. Hang in there. She frying me. Hold up. And this is a
Yeah,
racetrack we're on too, so your property is directly on the El Sereno Circuit racetrack.
nice.
So let's see what you got going on here. You got plenty of service structures.
Yeah, I figured that there were like factories around, and I was looking at it from the perspective of what's best to have around this area where you'd have a lot of uppies in the long run. And then, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
decided on building this. Funny enough, I wasn't really building with a sense of the whole troves, but it ended up being one of the places to be at when people were looking for troves. I know that I got a lot of visits on this property, and I was like, oh, enlightening, nice. I need to build more. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it
There
was
you go.
quite interesting.
Smart move. You seen people were coming to this property. Let's see what she did, y'all. Ooh, she not fronting. She did very well troll season. Look at that. You can tell when somebody fills a whole line up a day. So excellent, uh, excellent work out there. Let's see. Now it's time to talk, y'all. Let's well before we leave out of El Sereno, because we're about to take a trip into Upland Careers. Have a moment in time called Upland Careers. But before we do, I want you to know that when Troves come back to Eastern Avenue, 2433 Eastern Avenue. This whole zone is the El Sereno Circuit Racetrack, all of our racetracks. Just go to all of Black Dots, and that'll be a one way to begin to locate the service structures. It must be a lot of service structures here. It won't even load. Here it is. This property right here has 19 service structures on it. I know they're not loading right now, but trust and believe they are there. Plus other
19.
yeah,
Wow.
19 service structures plus other
Plus plants.
plants. Yep,
That's
trees
a
and
busy building. It's really busy. Yeah, I did look for troves here, although throughout my entire experience, I couldn't find the carrot. I ended
you
up
didn't
not
find a
finding
carrot.
one carrot. I could not.
Oh, wait, let me show
I
y'all
went
where the
far and
carrot is.
wide and
Let me
could
show
not
y'all where the
find
carrot.
one carrot.
Y'all want the
It was
carrot?
frustrating.
Y'all want the carrot?
Yes.
I know where the carrot is in El Sereno.
Where?
All right, we're back.
He's
Let's
just
go get
getting a
that carrot,
neighborhood.
y'all. Let's go get the carrot. I'm gonna show y'all where the carrot is in El Sereno. This is where it is. This is where the carrot is. That thing popped up in very fast. I found you, dude. This little hidden gem right here. I'm right here. You work this little thing right here, this little humble stand. Yeah, get your
Yeah, I
carrot.
see
That's where I got my carrot.
Vape guy also struggled with his. It was just a nightmare for me. I was so sad. Yeah.
Yeah, I would work just this one property and just focus here and whatever I can get around it until this one gave up a carrot.
Is that a burger stand?
It's a burger kiosk, the original one
Yeah.
with the salt pepper with the mustard the mustard
Yep.
logo.
hmm
That makes a lot of sense, getting a carrot at the burger stand.
Yeah, but
I went to a lot of burger stands. I didn't get a carrot. I don't think it just comes at you. I think it just, I don't know, because I tried. I tried. I used um, Oplytics. I used UPX Land. I searched for addresses. I narrowed it down. I went to the Truth's website. I looked for this carrot. The carrot ran away from me, eluded me. I didn't get the carrot.
okay.
I think that was the only trove I didn't get to make 186. So no, I
Well,
didn't get the carrot.
I got the carrot fast. I would say give it a shot. Picking the same location because somebody put me on how to make oil, and I started doing it near the end, and I was making it too. So if somebody give you a rhythm of how to make it, I would just try that rhythm and see how it go for you because certain service structures may generate troves based on something else. Like it could be we don't know what would make that particular service structure generate that trove. It could be that we know that trees could make different types of troves. So service structures in different areas could potentially make different troves. Also, we don't know, but that's one thing to consider.
JR says he got 5 carrots, and everybody else is saying they're super random. So, I mean, he's doing something right. Or she.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know someone was looking for a banana, so I think some people couldn't find bananas, some people couldn't find carrots. At the point, I couldn't find lemon wedges. That was another thing that frustrated me, and grapes. But I eventually got those two. But carrots, no, I never saw it.
Okay. Well, it's that time to talk about what we need to talk about. Oh, before we do, let's jump into careers, Upland careers, y'all. Upland has kind of announced that eventually you're gonna pick which way you're doing, different things that you're gonna be able to do in Upland, like farming to fishing to trove hunting to trade route person, different sort of things that you'll be building to have a better, work your career in Upland. So I'm going to ask y'all, what are y'all working on in Upland as far as your career in Upland? Just one niche, what's your niche in Upland? If you could say one or two things. I know we all want to be the jack of all trades because that's kind of like me. I'm a jack of all trades type of guy, but I try to get good at some things. So, what are y'all gonna, what industries are you all considering jumping into? And in the audience, I want you to type in your industry as well. There's quite a few people out there. Type in your Upland industry. Let me see what y'all thinking y'all gonna be doing.
Taz, I'm going to let you go first.
All right.
I knew you were gonna do that, but thank you. Okay, listen to your talent is basically like a talent discovery development company, and one of the visions we have is to be able to bring that talent show into Upland. So we want to be the first AGT or America's Got Talent, more like, yeah, listen to your talent. Upland's got talent in Upland. So that's the goal. Um, but there are other areas that we're also looking for how to. So with the advent of Gen AI, right, and also with other types of talents that exist individually as human beings, and even within Upland, we just want to be able to bring that in. And you see, literally, like different ideas that keep coming up, kind of like trigger some people to think differently. And I think that also brings certain innovations into the space. Like someone starts to do something, other people get the idea that, okay, this is nice. I know there's also the case of maybe things being copied and all, but in a way, I don't think anybody can actually copy what you're uniquely doing. Even if they copy, they may not necessarily go into the same direction or you would go to. So that basically is our major vision. And then for the others, I would say I'm figuring it out as I go along because I know I initially did not like treasure hunting. That frustrated me. I couldn't do it. I'm too impatient for it. But I seem to like troves, looking for troves. So that's good on my own end. So I would say I strategically build. I don't just build. I just take my time and build what I think I should have. So I kind of have a lot of properties that I need to build up and plant, but I'm just taking my sweet time to decide on what I want to do and how I want to do it. So yeah, it's then also my UGC items. I want to be able to make Upland uniquely colorful, beautiful, bring in the African flair, also introduce that into Upland. So if you see some of the UGC items that we have, like I our cart is called Danfo because Danfo is one of those yellow black buses and cabs we have in Lagos on the streets of Lagos in Nigeria. So I got that idea from there, and there are a couple of items that I've still not submitted to that are also a mix of future and African vibe, Afrofuturistic vibe. So yeah, I'm just trying to introduce that into Upland and see where it goes. I hope I haven't taken so much time, but yeah, that's about it.
No, that's cool. That was good. That's what's up. That very interesting. So you're taking your time as far as the formalized niche goes, but as far as exploring your artistry, you're still going to do that full speed. But you haven't fully committed to being a farmer or being a truck driver. I could dig it. I could dig it. I could tell you, there's a lot of careers opening up in the upland. I like farming a little bit, but just mostly to support El Sereno in Los Angeles, in general. But I'm gonna be looking to still node building out the neighborhood. I'm gonna be a trove hunter. I was a treasure hunter. I'm telling you, man, I was a serious treasure hunter in Las Vegas. Ask anybody back when we had the sparklet weekends, sparked up weekends. But now, I kind of retired, and now I'm ready to come back out of retirement and do a little trove hunting and get a little bit more going on. Uh, and for everybody out in the audience, do me a favor, man, hit that like and subscribe button to make sure you get notifications, y'all. This is our we've been doing this for 1 month now. For 1 month, this is our fourth episode for the Real Node Show. So we're just trying to just make it. Let's get it popping, y'all. Hit that like and subscribe button for me. All right. So without further ado, I want to know what Kachow is going to do in his upland career. Is he a farmer, y'all? What's going on?
Oh man, so I grew up on a farm, and I know better. Farming's too much work for me. Honestly, I think for me, the pace of being able to run the MetaVenture for UGC, whether that's map assets or structural ornaments, is really where I think the sweet spot for me is when it comes to Upland. I enjoy treasure hunting. I love listening to audiobooks while I do it, and I've probably read more books in the days that I've played Upland than I did in all the rest of my 40-something years here on the planet. And it's been good for me intellectually. And as far as the farming goes, I don't know that I have the willpower or drive to make sure that I'm logging in every day and feeding those crops morning and night. And with crops, I know this isn't how it is in Upland, but in real life, there's a lot of stress that comes with the weather or whatever may be there. So I did buy a tractor, one of the retro tractors, because it looked just like the tractor I grew up learning to drive on, and so I had to have one of those. But aside from that, I think farming looks like it has a lot of potential to be fun. I just don't know. Like I did the first round of the little tokens that you put in front of your shots for seeds.
Oh, what'd you
What was
call
that?
them?
I can't remember.
Totems. You talking
The
about totems?
Yeah. I did the first cycle of totems, and after one cycle, I was like, "Oh, this is just too much for me."
I get what you mean. It was horrible. I didn't sleep also. No.
I was
Yeah.
so glad that somebody else figured out like how often I was supposed to feed mine and all of that, because it was like beyond me in that sense. So I think I'm just going to stick to this UGC and do things at my own pace. There's the delay of you submit it and you have to wait it, but I think Upland said that they're working on ways to make that better. I still think the answer to that is to have community kind of come together and do approvals. There's the old Pokemon Go game. Before Pokemon Go came out, there was another game that was basically what was used to create all those stops for Pokemon Go, and players of that game were able to go and approve the spots that were submitted. And I think that Upland could do something similar to that, where you could maybe go through a training and then you could maybe approve other people's, and based upon how those get approved, they may go straight to the top for final approval, because a lot of people would understand like what is good and what isn't according to the rules if you're a UGCer. And Ingress, yes, thank you, Vape. Ingress was the game, and if you just had kind of that community idea of it has to get approved by 10 people before it can go to the next stage. I mean, obviously there's ways that people might try to cheat that system, but I think that something like that would be a lot of fun to even be participating in. And then maybe you could even get rewards of if you help to review other people's UGC. yeah, that's kind of what I think. As far as other careers that I think could be interesting, things that they haven't really announced is things like being a pilot. Right now we just jump on a plane and we can go, but I think it'd be really cool if they created pilots. Maybe even with farming coming out, they've got to come out with biplane or not biplanes, sprayers. Not just field sprayers, but crop dusters, right? I mean, that's the obvious next step. You already got planes in the game. Get crop dusters in there. That's a no-brainer. You know, with crops, there's things that you could have people that maybe even just driving trucks for the crops to take them to market. They've kind of talked about some of those things. We've got people that landscaping, definitely something that they could make a career as well. But these farm trucks that you're showing here, they did a really good job with these. Really good job. So
Yeah, I definitely think they hooked them up. Sometimes I got to just check them out from time to time to see what's going on. But y'all see the farms, how big they are, right? I don't know if this equipment will cover this whole plot of land. Let's look at look at my neighbors.
yeah, that combine would go through all 6 of those plots in a day, easy.
You think so? All right.
Oh, easy.
Good then. Good. Let's see the size of it. They want to know the size of the properties. Let's go to them. They only cost 1 UPX. No, I'm joking. That's I'll give it to you. No monthly earnings, but it's a 88,898. So 8,800.
Almost 9,000.
Yep, almost 9.
I wonder if anybody has figured out what the up to acreage or hectares conversion is. I don't know if anybody's done that, but that'd be an interesting thing to figure out. But these are not large farms,
okay,
from what I'm seeing.
They're not even.
I thought they were. They look pretty huge.
Yeah. I mean, look at the size of that farm compared to that combine. I mean, I'm guessing like 2 of those. There's maybe an 80-acre farm, maybe. I don't know for sure, but I'd be curious to see. Maybe one of these days I'll sit down and figure out what the acreage is.
Well, I'd be happy if all of these machines would be able to tend to this whole area and this whole land and let it yield something. Now, yeah. I have 1 farm. I'm comfortable with that. But if let's say when, because there was an uplander that told us LA is surrounded by farmlands. So when they drop the LA farmlands, I'm going to need 1. Upland, please put enough farms in there for everybody to get one. I need a farm for LA farm. Don't do me like that. We drop no 50 farms.
Are there farms today in LA though, like in real life?
Yeah, he said that's what he was saying. I think they either above or no. Actually, he said the farms was right near El Sereno, the real node LA. I'm not bluffing. That's what he said. He said they were east, and I was like, east like El Sereno. They was like, yep. So the farms is not too far from El Sereno, y'all. That'd be good if Upland drops them.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Yep. I think as far as truck driving, let's go back.
One thing that's interesting about farms like this is a lot of guys, when they're farming, they'll go south and they'll take their combines and their truck haulers, and they'll basically just make their way from the south to the north as crops turn. They'll start harvesting wheat in the south, and then they just migrate north as the crops. So something like that could even be an interesting career in Upland, where you're not necessarily a farmer, but you're a harvester, and you go harvest for other people.
That'd be
sounds
cool.
like a job for the uppies.
Yeah.
We need those uppies activated, man. The community has been helping out with petting these plants, but we need these level 3 uppies activated and in gear so they can help out. I'm gonna head back to El Sereno so we can talk about trade routes. Trade routes is another career in Upland. That's how I send to my own property all day long. Do y'all send to your own property? That's how I kind of regroup. I start off the day by clicking my name right there at the top left. Then I click my address, and then I just click send. It's a quick reflex move that I do, but what it does is it keeps me in my neighborhood.
I don't, because I spend most of my time in San Francisco, because that's where my treasure hunt map is.
Okay, that's where you hunting San Fran, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I'm in Madrid at the moment. I don't know why I'm there, but I'm there.
You probably there chasing a contract. T.O., what's she out there doing? Chasing
I
contracts?
was chasing contracts.
She chasing contracts.
She's still
Don't go chase. I ain't gonna sing that song, but they wrote a song.
Don't go chasing
Yeah,
contracts.
there you go. There you go.
Uh,
That's it. That's the
Tio
song.
from that song for me. Yeah. And we're always chasing contracts.
That's it.
I know.
That's it. Let's pull up the trade routes, y'all. Let's see.
I have this this really like the biggest office complex. I'm building that in Prati right now. I
Okay.
think that's the Prati to El Sereno route.
Yes.
Bond, yeah.
Because
So
Prati is building a big
almost
one
done.
too. They're building a big one in El
Yeah.
Sereno. Oh, nice.
It's
Excellent.
almost done. I think it's about 5 days left to go. So
Excellent work, Taz.
Yeah. We would put like he really like staked like about 40,000 sparklets on my prop. So big ups to Reboot for that because it's almost done.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
is wild. Y'all heard that? We got a jumbo what do you call it? A large office complex getting built from one of our neighbors. You have to be a resident of El Sereno. So she's built from as a resident of El Sereno, she's building in Prati a large office complex. And then what Prati people is doing, I think it might be Reboot that's doing it. That's building that large office, but somebody's building a large office complex in El Sereno that's a Prati resident. So that's how you make the connections, and then how you actually send the trade route is with this building right here. How you actually activate it. So she's built the trade route, and this is the Nexus shipping center that somehow ties that thing together. All right,
that looks good.
Yeah, it's the office tower. It's called an office tower.
Okay.
That's the biggest one.
So it's excellent. So we got a huge, that's going to bring in more exotic troves. So we got to support Prati, our Prati neighbors with their trove quests and whatever they got going on down there. Help them out too a little bit so they can generate some nice troves. Help our neighbors out. That'll be nice to have a nice, what would they make from down there? Some sort of coconut troves for coconut oil. I don't know, but something in Rome. What do they make in Rome? Something nice. Wine. Okay.
Yeah, the vineyard in Florence.
Yeah, okay. Grapes.
So the farms have I didn't get. I was so sad. I ended up forgetting that I could actually get a farm for vineyards. Now nobody's selling, and the ones who are selling it's expensive.
Sorry, guys. I had to get that out my. I was visualizing olives for Prati. Maybe they can grow an olive tree and then somehow create the olive oil, and then we could get a nice because you saw we needed oil. Was that olive oil we was collecting in this last trove run, or was that just regular oil?
I think it was olive oil.
Okay.
But you could get that very easy because most of it was coming from plants. So the combination of was it garlic and the basically made the olive oil very easily. So is this your logistics center? Nice.
Yeah, we had to squeeze it in there. It's tough. And this, you see, this is a tight squeeze, and this is the small one, leaving only barely room for the vehicles. This was mentally on the chopping block, but I could not let this go. I actually destroyed I destroyed a large showroom that was right here.
Ooh.
To put that right there, so it just had to go. But these can't go. This one is a car factory. This can make cars, and this one is a tile factory. Here's the tiles we were talking about. You know, Upland jumped into the tile competition. We ain't gonna ignore it. What up, y'all? I hear people talk about it all the time. Upland has
I don't know what to make of that actually.
Okay. I'm gonna jump out there first since I brought it up, and I want to hear y'all opinion on it. But keep it still, it, it's not as bad as I thought it was, and you can see the Real No Depot tiles. I have a company called Tiles. I'm a meta venture called Tiles. That's what we sell in the Real Node is tiles. One of my products is tiles. So when Upland dropped that deal, I was like, whoa. Let's go to it. Let's jump straight in there and see. I
I
was
don't think
nervous.
it's. I think it's finished. Yeah, you won't
Oh,
see
it's
it now.
sold out. Okay.
Yeah, it's sold out.
All right. So, and that's another thing. See, it sells out, and it's and it has a time like you have to uh take a break in between purchases. You know, a couple seconds or so, but it's not like you can just click and buy a whole bunch. So it's a starter tile, and it's okay for new players. Somebody just getting in the Upland, wanting to tile their property, not wanting to fully commit to the more exotic, lavish tiles. They might want to just a nice starter tile to get a feel for the application, and I can understand that. 20 epics, you know, that ain't hurting anything. But after you get those tiles and you're ready to come look at some tiles, you come on over to the Real Node LA. Let me show you what we got. We got some.
Well, Elijah, we're competitors in that aspect because I've got some really, really good tiles too.
You got
So
some good. Hey, we don't gotta compete. We can. I'll promote your tiles too. But here's mine right here. Let me show you the lush color behind that. Now notice the pattern there on these tiles. They match this Red Eagle go kart, which will come into play later. We're gonna talk about that another day. But this Red Eagle go kart, notice how the pattern can be seen here, like a bat logo or something. All right, you can see it from far out. You know where you're at. Let's check out some of Taz's tiles. Some of her tile work she got going on. Where we at? Right at your nursery.
no, I think it's at 1020 Mill Pond. That's in Frederick, I think.
Okay, 1020 Millpont, Millpont.
Millpon. Yeah, I think
I
so.
see it. Okay. All right.
I hope I got the address right. Oops.
All right. See, you got your own type of tiles. We both got our own type. So there's no competition there. There's only love. But um,
Yeah, I've got Easter tiles, and some of these tiles I actually did the because I'm a digital artist, so I did some of the designs myself. Actually,
okay.
I'd even done some years back and didn't really know what to use my NFTs for at the point in time. So I basically started using them now for the tiles. So
Hold up.
I have the art tile and the Easter egg tile and the cheese tile. Cheese tile was inspired by more cheese. So I have the cheese tile. The black tile is the best seller. Then there's the Zen 1 tile. I actually have two different types of Zen 1 tiles. Oh, are you buying that right now? Whoop, whoop.
Y'all see this? She got a floaty. It looks like, is it a go-kart floaty?
Yeah,
What
it's
is
for
this?
racing actually.
Look at this,
I
y'all.
was
Come on, y'all
inspired
get one of these. This
for
is funny.
racing
6K
because
Upex. Man, get one of these things. LTYT
I'm thinking of some
pink
utilities
floaty.
that will come around this once
Look at this.
Upland allows it.
I can't believe I ain't been
Yeah.
had one of these.
That's way fun.
This is hilarious. At 6K, I think this is a good grab. I grabbed one. I thought that was a pretty nice grab there. All right, but
Thank you.
yeah, that's cool. I actually like it. I think it's a funny, for it to be a go kart and don't have wheels and it is like a sled. I just think it's funny. Or a floaty. I think it's a
I
nice
got my
Yeah,
one.
own
it's
version
funny.
of tile.
Tio. I should decorate with your fence, Tio. You need to show me. Yeah, I need to. I need to. I need to. I need to bar out
Now, did I miss
everyone's
any careers?
fences.
Did I miss any careers?
So there was a couple of people said, they want to be like a co-op and then there was someone wanted to do something with Sparklet, you know.
Construction. I'm sorry about that. Construction. How could we
Yeah.
forget that as a career? Construction.
That's
Co-op.
making big money already. Like
Yeah,
Sparklet
construction is
Kings
a
are making
serious.
cool money.
Yeah.
Like that's why I actually do not like the fact that I didn't know how to treasure hunt, because by now I probably would have been a Sparklet Queen or something.
Hey, we got a neighbor in the audience. One of our El Sereno neighbors. Shout out to Rolling Through Legits. He was one of the first businesses, not the first, but one of the first businesses in El Sereno. And he spread quite big all around. But he has one thing I could tell you about Rolling Through Legits, man. He has the best prices. He will floor them prices sometimes, and could care less. And I think these are pretty good prices considering they don't make this stuff anymore.
Absolutely.
See, I told you he doesn't play. Shout out to Rolling Through Legits when it come to his prices, because there's been times where Upland would be like, burn the asset. I go straight to his store and buy it. No, I do a no look dive into his store because I know he's gonna have a cheap, the low price, the low.
Mapsy.
All right, what else did I miss, Kachow, as far as And before we go any further, Kachow and Taz, man, I really love having y'all, and y'all gotta come on much more often, man. Y'all neighbors, y'all kind of y'all El Sereno family. Y'all can't just be doing this no one and done thing. I gotta see y'all much more often because y'all a good flow for the show. But tell me what you were saying, Kachow, about the careers we missed.
Oh, I just was saying, there was a few people that mentioned what they wanted to do, and we didn't mention them. So, there was, like I was saying, there was somebody that said they wanted to basically be able to use their Sparklet. Somebody, VapeI, wanted to do like a co-op where, come together, work with other people, with a small group, build some, spread the work and the wealth. That's a lot of the Upland model right there, I think. And Cryogenics wanted to be the florist. I don't know if they spelled
florist. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if they spelled florist like FLOOR on purpose, like they want to be the cheapest, like at the floor.
Right. The person who owns the floor.
Right.
Okay.
Or if they just twitched on the O with that ring finger.
Yep.
So,
yeah. Either way though.
And there was I don't know if that somebody said this, but I think what I want to be is the old retired guy that doesn't have to work.
Yep, I can definitely.
That's the goal.
Look, these properties crashing my system now. Y'all, we only got 4 minutes left too. These properties crashing my system. It won't let me. Y'all, this is a serious trove zone. If you only make it to one place in El Sereno, you're gonna go to Northeastern Avenue, and this is gonna link you to Taz's spot. It's gonna link you to the property with 19 service structures. And then you can go up north to the Alpha. Where are you at? Child, look, I got to wrap my mind around where we are in this neighborhood. But y'all, the neighborhood is popping. If you don't have a home address, make El Sereno your home address so you can lock in. Eventually, Upland is going to make them home addresses a little bit more important, I think, because they've always
How
said
much are the properties going for now? Like some of the properties that are listed, what's the...
Let's see. That's a good question.
Are they going for?
I don't think you could have asked a better question than that. Let's find out. We want to share this tab instead. All right. We're UPX Land. Y'all see UPX Land?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to getting a lot of commercials here. All right, let's go to property search.
Tio just said in chat that if somebody makes El Sereno their home address, he'll build their first micro home for free.
Hey, that's what I'm. Hey, Tio, what up, man? Let's go.
Nice one, Tia. I call Tia the Upland sugar daddy.
Tio said he was gonna floor the prices on all the map assets. Y'all making too much money out there. He said he coming through. I heard that. He put everybody on alert. He said if Upland wasn't going to do it, he was going to do it.
Yeah.
So don't worry. Competition has entered the market, y'all. All right, let's see. Neighborhood El Sereno.
Yeah, and I'm gonna check out his Mapsy Metaventure. I think I see a couple of cool fences I can buy from there.
Yeah, we're gonna pull him up on the screen. If you could give me one of his locations, just so we could shout out To, because To is in Reseda. That's his largest project. He told me he is secondary in Prati though. He is big in Prati, but I think Reseda, LA, is his home. Not too far from El Sereno, LA, aka home of the Real Node, LA. All right, let's search for sale Upix. Let's search the Upix floor first, y'all. Can somebody tell me?
Can you minimize that activate account? I think you just click on the down arrow and then it goes down.
You're right. I was ad blinded. You know, you see so many blinds ads, you just don't even notice them anymore.
Scroll past it.
Yeah. All right, here's the floor, y'all. We're at $34K for a 7 UP2 property. I thought about buying this property. $34K for 7 UP2. Let me see. Let's take a look and see if I can get there.
That would probably take a kiosk, one or two. Or will it take a kiosk actually?
Oh,
I don't even know if it take that. That's right there in realms of smallest properties in LA.
Yeah. That's a little buddy right there. $34K. I'm tempted to buy it. Oh.
No.
I'm hold off for now. I ain't saying no for help.
I'm saying no.
Hold on. All right, and he marked it up.
You have the same 34K for 42.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the uniqueness in that property was that it was like you said, the smallest property in LA.
I'm sorry, Dan Dash. I know, like I've seen the owner and I'm like, I know Dan Dash, I'm so sorry, but
look. Dame Dash, she almost got 2,698% markup. Oh,
yes.
Thank you, Taz. Walked me off of that one. Shout out to Taz. Walked me off of that bridge real quick. All right. Let's so we see
it's easy to spend money when you have money. I know that.
You see the Upix floor, right? So the next one at 33K. So it's looking pretty solid over there. Let's see what the
so CCPG is even saying why not buy the one for
all right, the markup. The markup is the lowest markup is 426%.
So that's not bad.
No, it's not.
Yeah, bad. And even 52 UP2, basically you can build an office complex, the smallest one there, because over 50. What will you build on 7?
You can do well with the smaller service structures at 52 UP2.
You know, the problem with the real node is that all the big properties are gone.
You got to be creative, man. You got to be. let me show you. I got to show you one thing. How you be creative that way. There is a way to be creative, and I'll show you. But let's see the USD. All right, we're at 84% markup. That's okay.
That's actually really good.
And that's at $10. 84% at $10. And it's in all three. So yeah, it's kind of cascades. The floor is at $10. It's holding at 10. See that? So right there, $10. That's pretty solid price.
Is that it though? Is that all that's for sale there for USD?
No.
Oh, I didn't see. I thought that was it. Like I thought you had like I thought you were showing like multiple pages.
Yeah, he's showing 10 per page. That's why.
Yeah, I thought he had it like 100 per page, and I was like, wow.
Let's do the whole thing per page.
But there's only 105. So
there's only 105. And so it's a solid breakdown. While we're here, did we miss Uplytics? Did we talk about Uplytics today? We're running in overtime too. Let me quickly get us to Uplytics. Here's the heat tab. If you want to know how it's looking in El Sereno, this is how hot it is in there, and that's what the the black dots are the residences, and the heat around it is the resident heat map, which would be, I don't know, I think that's like Uppies or something. Let's back that out and show service structures. Look at those service structures. We have almost, I'll show you, 445 service structures. Shout out to the community, y'all. 445 service structures. And they're quality service structures too. It's quality. So don't forget, if you're building in El Sereno, right at the front of your property. Squeeze a little bus stop in there. In the event that those uppies got to move around, you don't want them uppies skipping your property because we got a lot of uppies, and you want them to be able to move around. But you're
Yeah,
saying the one thing is the problem about El Sereno is they have small property. That ain't no problem, man. You got to watch the creativity. Watch this.
you got
This is three.
369 under construction too. That's significant.
That is. Now watch this. Now we're back in.
Yeah.
Oh, that froze up on me real good. Sorry, hold up. Now these are the modulars, but look, this is just 4 small properties. But look how many modulars I'm fitting on here. And once they load, if they watch, just let them load a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. All them modulars squeezed in there. Just 4 little properties. But then you,
but just looking at this.
they generating uppies, is generating a service score, and is generating a whole lot of trolls. Look at that. Let's just get in close. You got barbershop, very unique locations, an arcade back there, laundromat, a bank for you to cash in your trolls. El Sereno has about 4 or 5 banks at this point. So don't forget you cash in your trolls at the bank.
Definitely looks good. And
Yeah,
I like how you made it look like there's like a little alley that kind of goes around
Yeah.
in there, you know, for the bus to.
Tio says looks like Reseda.
Yeah, so it's looking good, y'all. The community's looking good. And look, right next to here, we have some unique service structures. And see how I put a bus stop next to everything? Load y'all bus stops up, they finish fast. So you want them all through El Sereno. I feel like the uppies will be using them somehow to get around. Wait a minute. Look at these unique services.
But what's your take on the I don't know, the Metaventure and the, I don't know. I do hear a couple of people closing down some Metaventures. I don't know. Is there an impact going to be an impact on people's Metaventures with this new e-commerce type stuff that Upland is thinking of bringing out?
I don't know anybody that just said, you know what, I can't do it no more.
We got to wait.
Shop.
You got to wait and see what they're doing too. I mean, they were asking for a lot of feedback on that, and there was a lot of feedback that was given. So if they do it right, I don't think people are shutting down shop. Right. If they do it wrong, then maybe. But I think there's a lot of potential there to make it worth having the Metaventure still, if there's some kind of benefit to you to have the Metaventure rather than just, you know.
Yeah, because what's the point of having a logistics center if you don't have a Metaventure? Where are you shipping to? So they're all tied together in a way. So I don't think they should.
I mean, you can ship them into homes.
No, from a factory to no.
Amazon does, right?
Yeah, but they do have distribution centers though. So if you want to return an item, it goes back to the DCO or DO. So yeah, there still has to be, and then showrooms to check out the cars before you buy them.
All right.
You don't ship a car to the house directly. So it's still very relevant.
Yeah, so much stuff great open up in Upland, and tomorrow's just Tuesday. Upland might drop something new this week. We ready to come back out and talk about that too. We don't know. They've been quiet since Genesis week, y'all. You know, so listen, y'all. We're gonna get ready to wrap it out of here. We get ready to roll.
Yeah,
that's a combination of roll out of here and wrap it up. We wrap it out of here, y'all.
So you don't want to hear me rap.
Hey,
yeah, it's 3 a.m. for me, and I have work in a few hours. So,
all right. Any final thoughts? I'm gonna let Taz jump first. Any final thoughts?
I don't know what to say. Thanks for having me on the show. It's great to see everyone. Kachao, sorry, I said Kasiao in the beginning because, yeah, it was good to meet you. This was really like a really good flow. My first time doing this. I haven't done this before. I've only ever been on the Ninjas, Pack Ninjas, their show. So this is my first time being on this live show and interacting like this. But yeah, it was really awesome. I can't wait
Yeah,
to be on it again. Thanks, Elijah, and thanks everyone. I really had a great time.
excellent. Well
Hey,
said.
kids.
Well said.
Bye. Have a good
Ciao.
evening, everyone. It's my bedtime soon.
Ciao. Bring us on in.
Yeah, so I just want to mention one thing I learned today. I read that out in the world, when I was a kid growing up, it was always sex sells, and today I read something that said that rage sells better than what they've been pushing for all these years. And I thought, man, that is so apparent in the world that we live in, especially in the socials and in platforms like we're able to communicate in. There's like this addictive nature of just wanting to be upset all the time and wanting to be mad and being, the social justice warriors through the things I type on the keyboard. But really what I just want to say is go out there, be good, be kind, show love, have fun, make life worth living.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear, man. And just like always, remember what the Lord Jesus said: love God with all your heart and all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. And until next week, y'all, I see y'all at the Real Node LA.
Amen.